Hello, this is Alistair Beaumont, the Heretic Hermit, and this is my second YouTube reading done by request. This one's from Pixie 56. And the question was, the entire question was, can I please read the future of her housing situation? Hoping for something more permanent, shouldn't temporary housing, would love guidance on getting toward the path. So I gave you, which I gave you. You'll be able to tell in the clip of this kind of said it your way. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps you. I don't know if you can enjoy it given the circumstance, but I'm hoping it helps you anyway. Okay, so for this particular reading, we're going to do one new one I just made up in my head. It's on the fly. You can trust just because I just made it up doesn't mean it's any less valuable than anything else I've ever done. So you want to know about your future of your housing situation. So first, what we're going to do is your current housing situation. Then we're going to see how it changes, and then how to get to this housing situation. So bear with me. So yeah, I'm going to do this one more time just because I want to. And so let's have a look at your housing situation. It's upside down. Perfect. Woo! Shouldn't that mean they're all reverses? I don't do reverses. I got enough negativity in my life as it is without having to deal with the reverses. Now, that doesn't mean that the energy can't be reversed. It simply means that I just don't want to see the energy. Interesting. Okay. Here's the housing we're at. Here's where we're changing, and here's the housing we're going to. All right. First card up, where you're at. The King of Pentacles, which suggests that you're being given a break by somebody that's very kind. Male, masculine energy, great provider, who's being nice to you based on your situation because you're a nice person and you have kids. But your situation sucks, basically. Queen of Cups is you, which is one of the reasons why, by the way, that he wants to help you out. I don't know where you are in your relationships or whatnot, but the Queen of Cups usually revolves around feminine energy and love, which suggests that I don't know if he has feelings for you, but you might want to at least think about it because it's interesting to see that you be the Queen of Cups in this particular. I mean, it could just be that you're just a very loving person. That could be true, but it's interesting that the King would be up there and then you would be down here. Especially since the other thing that's unique about this is, unless of course, now here's one other possibility. Of course, this could just be your home. So if this is just your home, you have the provider, you have you, and then you have. But based on your reading and based on my instincts, I'm going to say I don't think that's the case. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just going with my gut. Just going with feeling. Page of Cups here suggests innocence. I mean, it could be your kids, but I'm not 100% sure. It has to do with something that's going to be some sort of future that's positive involving the children, I think. Six of Swords is forced movement, which is what you're facing because you said you're in temporary housing, which means you probably can't stay in the housing forever, which is part of the trouble. And the Two of Swords is, well, okay, so the Two of Swords, this energy is not straight up. The Two of Swords is you being stuck, but this is mixed energy. It's you being stuck because you're not sure what to do next, but it's going to change. It's moving forward. And this is where things get a little bit dicey. The answer to your question to guide you toward the best possible outcome is to understand that first and foremost, the Eight of Swords suggests that you are in a self-imposed prison. Now, I'm not judging you. Don't take this the wrong way. It suggests that there is a way to get to a better deal if you surrender some of your rules. Like, if you have a certain thing where you're like, I can't do that because of this thing or that thing, those things need to be thrown out. You got to think about your kids, think about your housing situation. Any kind of preamble that you have, I can't move to this place because of this reason. I can't live there because of that reason. I can't take this job because of that reason. All that stuff's got to go. It just doesn't, because you're in a situation where now you have to get out of your own way in order to be able to do what you don't want to do. I know that sucks. Nobody likes it. But it's like, I don't think it will be as bad as you think. You just have to let go of those things that are holding you back, because that's what the episode is all about. The idea that you are causing your own imprisonment. If you just pull your blindfold away, you'd see that there is a way out. You just have to get it. The way to get there is by just giving up some of your rules, some of your standards. The Eight of Cups is wanderlust, which is ever growing, which just means things are getting worse when it comes to you just being sick of being in this position. But like I said, the answer to your problem is actually right in front of you. And to make things more interesting, skill is the answer to the puzzle. This is the key. Your skill is actually pretty good. Your skill is actually, that sounds bad when I say actually, but your skill is actually really good. So whatever it is that you do, I'm not sure if this relates to what you want to do for a living or what you can do for a living, but you have not just regular skill. Your skill is actually pretty extraordinary, and that is how you make your housing situation better, because it comes down to what you think, what you perceive, versus what you actually will do. What you think is that it's going to be horrible, you're going to hate your job, whatever, there's all these reasons you can't do it. But the truth is, you can, and you should, and you will, and it won't be as bad as you think. It just won't be. Not this time. This time it's like, you sort of have to. Like, it's like, this is just, there's a way out, and the best part of this is that it doesn't feel like you have to do anything. You're just going to go along with it. Although, it should be noted, the only major we have is your skill. The universe gave you this skill for a reason. You'll understand what it means. Either you will understand it now or you will understand it soon, but your skill is the answer to everything. Because the only major in this entire thing, the only part of destiny, is your skill. So whatever it is that you can do is the answer to your problems. Everything else, for the most, this is all minors, comes down to choice, and this is all quartz. So here's your house, and here's what stands in your way, and here's how to get through it. But the big thing, because all this is just webbing, as if you were trying to walk through a spider's web. This is the answer to your prayers. This is how you get through it, because you have the means. You can't let the past determine the future. The past does not determine the future. It just doesn't. It never has. You can fail 100 times and land it that next time, and it doesn't make any difference how many times you try and fail, because nobody's keeping score of this shit, except for you, of course. And that's not judgment, that's just the truth. 3 cups, 3 swords, 1 pentacle, no wands. So that's notable too, because we're talking about change. No wands means no change. The reason why there's no change is because of intellect. The swords are what's holding you back. You think you can't because you think you can't. You can't. When you start thinking that you can, you can. That's what it comes down to. That's what this is all about. It doesn't mean getting out of your comfort zone, but you wanted the answer to your question, and that's the answer. And there you have it. I'm a little concerned just because you might be pissed off at me for this, and I do apologize if this doesn't satisfy you. Some people would react poorly to this. I don't judge my clients. It's easy for us to get into a place where it doesn't make any difference how you get in the situation you're in. It only matters if you can figure out a way out. And sometimes we just can't see what the problem is because we're so... It's like being... If you're used to having something happen, like if you live next to a mountain and the mountain's going to erupt, you can literally talk yourself into sticking around because your brain will come up with reasons why, you've been next to this mountain for years and nothing's ever happened. Nothing's ever gone bad. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't change that this one time it's going to fucking kill you. Um, I'm trying to make you feel better about this. I do apologize because and this isn't about blame either. I'm not sitting there going, "It's your fault. Fuck you. You should do better." That's not the point. It's just that, especially in this case, especially with the magician, it's just a common thing that I keep running into. The idea that the past determines the future. So if I've tried it 100 times in the past, and people always treat me like shit in the past, and people always do this shit in the past, we end up thinking that that justifies us for the behaviors that we have. But there's a problem with it because it's like you use people that have treated you bad as an excuse to keep yourself distant from new people because it's when you do that, you're saying everybody's the same thing. Everybody's the same. Everybody's the same everywhere. And that's just completely bullshit. Like, there's no way everybody's the same. Everybody's not the same. It's like, just, we're not. You might have bad luck with it. You might have bad fortune with it, but you just keep meeting the same person over and over again. And you might have, but it's wrong to assume that everybody's in the same boat. Or I shouldn't say in the same boat. It's wrong to assume that everybody's going to treat you the same way. It just is. You might have had bad fortune with it. You might have been drawn to the wrong people, but it's still possible for you to meet somebody that's not going to suck. I mean, in your reading specifically talking about that, the King of Pentacles, the first thought is that the King of Pentacles is somebody that's providing for you. Just the idea that the person may have a romantic interest in you because of the Queen of Cups is probably something you never even thought of. Or if you did think about it, you didn't think much of it. And it's just one of those things. It's like if you just step back and have somebody look at it from the outside for you, you can see that there's something there. There's a reason why. It's not black and white. Nothing ever is. I don't know. I'm trying to make you feel better about this because I really don't want you to come back and be like, "He sucks. Oh my God, we're fucking useless." I didn't mean it that. It's not. It's just, it sucks the way the cards come out sometimes, but there's hope in your reading because all you need to do is just step back and take a look and realize it. Because the other big thing is, think of it in terms of just this time. This time it's different. This time. It might have been exactly what you said before, and that gives you a perfectly good reason to assume that it's always going to suck. But you are seeking out help right now. You want help from the universe. You want help through me from the universe. What I see is this time it's different. This time. Now, that's not to say you're not going to meet some people that probably will suck just like they always do. But it just means that this time, in order to get what you want, which is a better situation, like I said, the cards suggest, the answer is, this time, trust that your skill will be recognized by somebody instead of just taken advantage of like it always has been before. This time is different. Because 99% of what I do, 99% of what I see, especially this last motherfucking horrible year that we just got through, comes down to timing. People want everything right now. It's a side effect of just having a culture attached to our cell phones. And that's not judgment. I'm talking through one, for Christ's sake. It's instant gratification can be poisonous because your brain thinks that somehow if you just say, "Hey, God, can you help me out?" If you don't get immediately what you're asked for, then God must not be listening. But it's like, I mean, if I'm God, I have to be able to fit this shit in. It's like I can give you what you want, but it's going to take me a minute because I got to fit it into everything else. I can't put it in right now or next week or whatever because it just will screw things up too much. I have to be able to give you what you want, but I got to fit it down the road where I can slide it in there and it'll actually have a good effect without fucking everything up. So timing is everything. And that's why, in this case, if you want things to change, step back, let go of some of the scruples that you have, some of the things that have come as a result of the experiences of the past. Believe in yourself, and let's see what happens. I hope this really does help you out. I hope you're not going to be pissed off at the reading the way it came out, because I'm trying to help. And I think that's the answer. I believe that is the answer. The answer is just that this time it's going to be different. The other thing about the Magician, by the way, it's a 1. The one thing I didn't cover in this thing was numbers. Your numbers are 6, 2, 1, 8, 8. So 1, 2, 6, 8, 8. It's 2 for development, 6 for resolution, which is nice. It's a resolution of the past. 8's for growth, and a 1 for a new road. And that one's the most important because it's a new cycle. So your old cycle, your old cycle's on the verge of ending, but you have to be able to reach out to the new one in order to kill the old one, which means you can put the past in the past if you reach toward the future. And you can do that if you just believe that you are worth it and that you can do this and that you have what's necessary to get you where you need to go. So I really, really hope that helped you out. May the universe guide you to prosperity and happiness, and I will be seeing you